Uh, doing this week's what sold very late. Doing it Wednesday night, and as you can see by the tabs open, didn't do great last week. Uh, Although I think last week I also did the video kind of late, so I don't know. I don't remember if I went all the way up to like Tuesday or Wednesday's sales. For this I'm doing it just like strictly to Monday. There's been plenty of stuff that has sold, Tuesday and today, but I want to include that in next week's video. So we're gonna breeze through this real quick, and actually, what is it? The last three things, yeah, are stuff that I picked up. It's not even stuff that sold. So starting off with the last Toro Power Jet that we had, $70. This one was pretty much new open box, so I was able to get 70 out of it. Next, this is Texas Instruments TI-83 graphing calculator. Sold it out on offer actually for $22.49. This was my brother's, if I remember right. And it's just like now reappeared. It was put out for the yard sale, and I know it was out there for I think like a day or something. It was out there for a little bit before I kind of noticed it and pulled it and put it up on eBay. What happened to mine? I really have no idea whatever happened to my TI. I think I had a TI-84. I had a nicer calculator. I remember that. No idea what happened to it. So maybe one day we'll rediscover whatever happened to it. Next, East Hartford, Connecticut Police, $6.99. Memphis Fire, $3.99. Exeter Fire at $5.99. Next is this little Zebra UPS LP2844 thermal label printer. Sold this out at offer $25.19 free ship. It's a little label printer I got out of the dumpster actually. Got it from Kitchen, so this was kind of an unexpected little find. It did like power on. I put labels in it, and the label will feed. Like when you put it like halfway, it'll feed to where it lines up to make sure it actually would like print on the whole label. And then as you can see, I didn't test it any further than that. I didn't want to play around with it because I have my Rolo, so I didn't want to have to. So I didn't want to try hooking this up, playing with this, and then having to make sure my Rolo was back and correct and all that. I just didn't want to play around with it, so I just threw it up. For parts, I did have it listed a little higher. I dropped the price down to $27.99, and then I sent an offer out, and then it finally sold. Next, this little FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, $7.99. This DeKalb County Tech Rescue, $7.99. And then the last thing was this North Bergen, New Jersey Fire at $5.99. Thinking about it, so I went out of town for the weekend, and that's when like this Zebra sold. I think this Exeter Fire might have been like the first thing that sold while I was out for the weekend. I know the Zebras, that was part of it. This Joint Task Force, the DeKalb Tech Rescue, those were all sold while I was out of town for the weekend. So, you figure I didn't do any listing like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that definitely affected sales. And I haven't done a ton of listing throughout the week either. I kind of just like 5 patches or so, and they're not really selling. Unlike normal, where I would, list a lot of the new stuff, and a couple things out of it would sell. Nothing's really been selling lately. That's new inventory at least. So I'll show you a couple things I picked up. Picked up this little lot of 8 patches. I picked it up primarily for this Deputy Sheriff, Dallas County Hospital. I think that might do good. The rest of this, and this Essex County Park Police might be good as well. We'll see. And then the rest 3 securities in that. So, nothing special with that one. Picked up this little lot of 5 NYPD homicide. I wanted one for myself, actually, and I haven't, didn't want to buy one, by itself, because I've seen them listed. I'd always, add to watch later in that, or add to the watch list, and would never actually, end up picking them up. Usually they'd end up selling by the time I'd, like, actually kind of thought about buying them again. So I picked up the lot of 5, and it ended up coming actually with a bonus little, NYPD thin blue line, like a, for like a line of duty death, patch as well. So, I'll sell that as well, and then sell the other 4, homicide ones. And then last was this little lot of 90, patches. Nothing, I think, really special in here. There's a bunch of, I just went through it last night. Just went through and separated them out. Nothing like that really stands out in it. And some of them are just, there's some security ones in there, and then you can see like this where it's the auxiliary police, special police. It's not really marked. It's nothing really great. So we'll switch over to the other account. As you can see, didn't really sell anything in there either. This Austin, Texas Subdued sold out on offer $539. Topeka, Kansas Police $499. Oklahoma Lake Patrol $699. This Wisconsin State Capitol sold out on offer $629, and so did this Onondaga County Sheriff's, also sold out on offer $629. And that's it. For what has sold. That's it. So, actually at this rate, I probably will end up just making this a double, just saving this for next week, and then making this a double feature, video, because this one is pretty short. Yeah, not even 10 minutes, so, we'll see you, next week. Alright, so, back once again, slightly delayed on Tuesday, but, as per usual, I think I'm going to end up having to move these videos from Monday, because I'm just too busy, usually on Monday. Culmination of, tying up, mostly dumpster diving stuff, and then Monday, a lot of times, a little bit of eBay as well, getting anything done, anything like packed or whatever that I didn't get to on the weekend in term. So we'll see if I end up moving these videos just permanently to Tuesday. So as you can see, much better week, much better. Especially the weekend. Weekend was pretty good, because of a pickup slash haul I had today, or not today, Saturday. So, starting off with this North Bergen, New Jersey Fire, $5.99. Reno Animal Control sold out on offer $7.19. This Troup County, Georgia, Fire Department Civilian Defense sold out on offer $11.69. Level Cross, North Carolina, home of Richard Petty, sold $6.99. This Otsego County, SEB Medical Support, whatever the hell that means, and also sold with this Manulus, New York. Pretty sure these both sold out on offer $7.19 to the same buyer. Next is this Idaho State Parks Junior Ranger. Sold it for $6. This was just something that came in a big lot of mostly police and fire. I had a few extra ones like this, that I ended up listing, as you can see, back in October of 2022. So not a fast seller, which I didn't think it would be anyways. It was one of the few it's one of the few non-police or fire patches I've ever listed. Next, Florida ENT, $5.99. Ton of these, nothing special there. Next, Sold this Fisher Price Linkimals Interactive Beaver. Sold out on offer $15.29 free ship. These are little Linkimals. There's different animals. There's a beaver, and I ended up getting a beaver and an owl on my Fisher Price palette, and they're kind of creepy because they're Linkimals, so they all link together. They're on like the same wavelength or whatever, and like you could be on the other side of the house, set one of these, have one on either side of the house, press the one on the one side, and the one on the other side will talk. So, and it's all linked between the beaver, the owl, and whatever other animals they have. I think I only had 2 beavers, 4 owls, and I sold one of the owls you'll see next week. I sold today. So, out on offer, $15.29 free ship. Not too bad. They're not super heavy or anything. Still working my way on that Fisher Price palette as well. I got still quite a ways to go. A lot of that's because most of the money is going to come from the Power Wheels that I haven't listed yet. I'm still kind of waiting for everyone else to get out of the market, which I think is starting to happen. Everyone's kind of out of the market. But also everyone's only shopping like back to school, so it's not really a great time right now either. So I may continue to kind of hold off till like end of September, October, maybe. But these are also Power Wheels. Sure, could make great Christmas gifts, but they take up a lot of space, so they're something that would be hard to hide for Christmas. So might be stuck with them a few more months. Next is this Encore Revive ED pump. I found this in the trash, actually. It is not very hidden very well either, like you think it would be. So I figured, well, I'll look it up to see what it's worth, and it's worth, as you can see, $50 plus 10 ship, listed on August the 2nd, and it sold within, you figure, less than 3 weeks. There was a couple other ones that were listed super high, but when you actually look at all the sells, they all sell around the $50 mark. I'm pretty sure it's all there, not entirely sure. I kind of just didn't get a complaint, so it must be good enough. Next is this City of New York Corrections, sold out on offer $6.29. Next is Indianapolis, Indiana Fire. This is a bit of a different one than their other big one. $4.99 on that one. Salem, Oregon Fire, $4.99. Carthage, Tennessee Fire, $3.99. North Star Fire Department in Alaska. I'm pretty sure that's sold together with this Lewiston Fire in Utah. $6.99 on both of those. Next, New York State EMT patch, $4.99. These next, was it 4? No, 3 sold together. This Kenny, Illinois, this Thomasboro, Illinois, and then this Pleasant View Fire, all sold together to the same buyer, all at $5.99 a piece. Now we're getting into the Lego. So I got this Lego Creator 3-in-1 I don't know, space roller coaster. Sold it for $90 free ship, which is not bad. This one wasn't super box damaged or anything, right? No, it was just the first thing I listed. Yeah, I think I could have got maybe a little more for this, because at 90, I'm pretty sure it was definitely the cheapest, like, buy it now. I probably could have got at least 100 for it, I think. Because mine was kind of definitely on the lower end. So, which explains why they sold, like, within a day, if not hours, I think it was. But that's alright. I wanted to quickly get my money back out of the Hot Wheels, or not the Hot Wheels, the Legos, because that cost as much as the Power Wheels and the toys. And the checking account, actually, for the eBay side is getting kind of low, because the patch business hasn't been extremely great. And then with having, two $900 purchases, that drains the capital pretty quick, and it's not getting replaced very well with the toys. So next, El Dorado Hills California Fire Rescue, $6.99. Then there's the other Space Roller Coaster, $90 on that one as well. One of these I remember went to New Jersey, the other one went to California. So the one for New Jersey, I was able to put in the priority mail, one of the priority mail boxes, which is what I listed first. Anything that I figured would fit in that priority mail box. But then when it came down to it, it's just sending it priority mail. If it was going super far, just was not going to work. It would be way too expensive. Like the one in California, that was just too much. The one for Jersey, I was able to put it in the priority mailbox, send it out that way just fine. No problem. The one that was going to California, if I would have sent it priority mail, probably would have been $30-$40 at least. So that was not an option. So I had to take a Home Depot small box, and I kind of just Frankenboxed it because I needed to extend it lengthwise. So I just, laid it out on the box, scored the box, and then was able to get it to go longer. So, and then was able to send it that way, sent it via FedEx for like $14. So that was much better. I ended up making 3 trips to Home Depot I've made in the last, since the weekend. I went, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Saturday when I got the Legos, I wanted to do some reorganizing upstairs here, in our old playroom that is now turned into my eBay room. I wanted to add another shelf for the Legos and the toys and all that. So we had to do some rearranging, so I went to Home Depot that day. Then I went to Home Depot, the next day, because I knew I would need some boxes for some of the other Legos. They were bigger ones. I'd need some medium boxes. So I went back to Home Depot again, got some medium boxes, checked out the clearance, saw some mosquito, repellent, pick that was on clearance for $9. And I've seen that they were sold at like 22 free ships for a single one. There's some at like 40 for like a 2-pack. I decided, screw it, I'll put all 7 in a lot. There were 7 that was left. I'll put them all in a lot, listed those. And that ended up getting taken down because I showed it, the box being open. I showed like the inside of it, and so that got it flagged and it got taken down on the main account here because I showed the box being open, which is ridiculous. Because it falls under the pesticide policy is what it fell under. So I just relisted it on the second account, not showing the photos of it being open. I figured it would be a bit of a long shot. It'll definitely probably be a bit of a longer sale, but it would be much better that way. Trying to ship them because they're kind of long. So trying to find a box or one to modify to ship them in would just be probably a pain in my ass. So I figured I'll just put it in a big lot, and the money should be much better that way. Like I said, it'll take probably longer to sell, but that is what it is. And then the third day, I went back to Home Depot and just got a ton of boxes. I got 20 smalls and 15 mediums, just to get it over with, so I'd stop having to go there. That and her mom, she also went to the pallet place and picked up a box of Lego herself, and has kind of been starting to list them on eBay. She's never listed anything before, so it's kind of coming back to me, doing consults on how to list them and how to do listings. So that's why I picked up so many damn boxes, just so we could stop having to go to Home Depot every day, because I hate going to stores. I hate going to the same store multiple times in a week. I hate going to a store, the same store 3 out of the 7 days a week. It drives me absolutely insane. Alright, enough about damn Home Depot and boxes. Atlantic City Fire, $3.99. Pennsylvania Engine 14, $3.99. Oh yeah, these all sold together. The Atlantic City, the Philly, this Bath, Maine, this Hawaii, Honolulu, and then this Valdez, Alaska, all sold together to the same buyer at $3.99 a piece. Really clearing me out of $5 patches here. Yeah, I think between all of them, it just was just under my threshold of $20 to send it, to upgrade it to track shipping. And because he paid the shipping on all, the $5 shipping on all of them, I sent it with tracking. Alright, this went out this morning. This Lego City family house and electric car, 603.98, sold for $60 free ship. And then the last thing on this, the main account for last week anyways, was this little police canine patch hat, or hat patch, sold out on offer for $3.39. Alright, moving on to the other account. Not a whole lot of action on this one, as per usual. I haven't listed anything on here in probably, or done like solid multiple days of listing in probably 3 weeks at least. I do have police stuff to list, I just haven't got to it. Okay. Don't jaywalk. So, starting off, we have this Whiteville, Virginia, sold on offer $5.39. This Midland, New York, $6.99. This Ilion, New York, also at out on offer $6.29. This Missouri Department of Corrections hat patch, $4.99. This Village of Hamburg, police at $7.99. I bought this thinking I didn't have it. Thinking I didn't have it in my own collection, I didn't check beforehand, and I actually did, so I ended up just selling it at $7.99. Lost, I think, like 20 cents after fees. Not a big deal, but sold surprisingly quickly. Didn't think it would sell that quick. Although I guess this village ones are harder to find, and definitely this style of village. Next, Harrison, New York, police, $5.99. Then the last thing was this NYPD thin blue line patch, sold for $6.99, and actually went international. A lot of these newer ones just have like international shipping, kind of just like automatic, because I went and changed it for one listing, so now they all just pop up with it. And this guy who actually bought from me before, he bought, I think, if I remember right, because he's in Spain, he bought some dive team patches before, so I don't mind shipping international. I just don't have it. You just kind of have to ask me for it. Pretty much. I just don't have it auto on, except for any newer listings on this on this account will have it on. So I'll show you real quick the mosquito things I was talking about. Hopefully they show up. Don't tell me these got taken down already or something. Okay, alright, so maybe I won't show you. So, I'll have to double check right now and see if that listing got taken down, which I surely hope not, because then I'm stuck with $60 worth of mosquito repellent that I don't really have a use for. Alright, so I'll check and see what happened to that listing real quick, and